Hello, friends, and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another live session of our channel where we look forward to connect together with all of you and listen to your queries as much as possible so that we can look forward to guide you well and assist you with all the queries, all the doubts, clarification, whatsoever you may have regarding your journey and things related to, of course, testing, certifications, tools, whatsoever you may have. And we look forward to assist you as much as possible. So, welcome back. And of course, this is another yet important the live session where we always thrive to assist our participants and learners from different, of course, different approaches. And as a part of our discussion, we do bring up a lot of conversation, lots of helpful things which people would certainly look forward to, learn from. And of course, many people do have queries and doubts which they would like to get clarified for their preparation. So we connect here as a part of this live session together. So we shall be looking forward for people to join us quickly, and we will also be looking forward to see how best we can address your queries and answer them well as a part of this live session today. And meanwhile, of course, the quick update what I have for you is we have started building up our ISTQB foundation level syllabus, and that is on 4.0. After many people's request, we thought we'll just go a little advanced. In fact, I was planning to prepare these playlists only in the month of March because many people don't know that the new syllabus in India will be rolled out in March 2024, sorry, May 2024. So I didn't want it to confuse people thinking that I have built the playlist and 4.0 is rolled out because many people just start following the tutorials without having all the information what they need. So in that context, it just becomes a little tricky at points to, you know, kind of like convey the right message to the people. And that's where I was not doing it. But now I have prepared separate videos to make sure that people know about it. In fact, in my introduction video, I have mentioned that it is not valid in India till May 2024. So if you are looking for that, please watch 3.1, right? So we shall be continuing with our progress on playlist preparation. I think we should be done by end of December. No, that's too early. I think by end of January. So be patient with us, and of course, we'll help you build that entire playlist, what you really need to prepare well for the certification. Meanwhile, let me welcome a few of the comments here. Hamid say, Neeraj Bhai, good to see you again. Thank you so much, Hamid. And same here. Really good to hear back from you. Tahir says, Hi, Neeraj Bhai. I hope you are doing good. I'm doing absolutely fine, Tahir. I hope you are doing good as well. I want to ask you about ISTQB CTFL new version. Until when can we take exam with older version? So you can take examination with older version till May 2024 because that's the sunset point, and the sunset simply means retirement of a particular syllabus, and there will be no exam thereafter. So 9th May 2024 is the sunset of to 3.1, that is older syllabus. So till then, wherever it is available, whichever country it is available, you can always take it up. But most of the countries by then should have rolled out 4.0, but they will still continue conducting examination on 3.1. Despite that, many people may not be looking forward to the new syllabus, so they will have the options for both the exams. But 9th May 2024, ISTQB will be sunsetting it, so nobody else can conduct the examination. Okay, so other way around, the 4.0 will be rolling out in the next 5 to 6 months of time, and as and when they are available, I must recommend everyone to take on 4.0 itself. And from which date we can take exam with new version. So it just depends on availability, as I answered you. So if it is as soon as it is available, you can take it up. But ITB, Indian Testing Board, and other few countries neighboring it takes it almost 1 year to roll out the new syllabus. So you can always take it up from other bodies like ISQI. ISQI has already started giving examination on 4.0. So if you are really keen on taking 4.0 as your examination, then please go ahead and you can take it from ISQI also. Okay, it does not mean that it does not have any kind of credibility, but many people just say that why ISQI when I can take it from my country or country member board. So it's just like I have to give the information. The final action can be you, but both the certification remain the same. There is no difference. Hamid says, I have got a full time job as QA engineer in a famous OEM company in Germany. I wanted to share this news with you as I have learned a lot from your videos. Thank you. Thank you so much, Hamid. Indeed, do remember your struggling journey that time and you were trying to explore so much about testing. And I'm really happy that you could take some time out to let us know about your good results. And I'm really happy that you have kicked off with your QA journey. So, congratulations on your career and new job. And certainly, we wish you all the very best in your career ahead. And please feel free to reach out to me at any point of time whenever you think that you have any queries, concerns, doubts, or clarification. You know where exactly to find me. This is the channel, and we will continuously keep helping you to build that knowledge what you really need to prepare well for your any upcoming learnings and knowledge what you may need on your way. Also says planning to do ISTQB automotive certification. Already watching your videos. Thank you so much, Hamid. And that's the reason we have continuously built a lot of playlists for all of us to make sure that when and where you need them, you should always find that right on our channel. So good to see that as you got an OEM, certainly automotive certification would help you a lot. So go ahead. All the very best for your preparation. And do let me know if you have any questions to ask me related to that. Okay. So all the best in your preparation for the new certification. Tayo says, thanks for the answer. I saw a date 9th November 2024 for non-English, the website of ISTQB. Yeah, that's for the non-English examination because many countries, respective to their board, uh, depending on their people, also do non-English examination. For example, Germany does examination in German as well, and we do have Spanish and few other languages where we conduct the exam in that language. So they said for the English it will be 24th, sorry, 9th of May 2024, and for non-English you will have some more time. That is 1.5 years time because it takes longer for them to prepare the videos. Sorry, to prepare the exam papers in their language. So that's where they need more time. Okay, so right here, I think just checking on that video what we have published. So we got two videos right now on our channel, and those two videos are the introduction and the first one is about introduction to the channel, of course, and the second one is about the very first topic that is 1.1 what is testing. So I think we just got started last week with our channel to prepare the videos on 4.0, and we will continue to build up the entire playlist to help in every individual here. So yeah, I think we are pretty much on track. Other than that, I think we will have some time to build up more content on the technical side of testing as well. That means the discussion on what should happen, what should be the trend of testing. So we'll need your support, we'll need your help. Please drop me your topics. What do you think you want me to talk about? Because sometimes I get puzzled at what my audience is interested in or what exactly they would like to, listen about on any particular topic. So if you have any questions, any topics in your suggestions, please go ahead and do drop me on any of the videos comment so that I can just pick it up from there and build a video on that. Because alongside ISTQB, I also want to do a lot of library on the various contents which would help you to understand more about testing and what is the trend of testing and how exactly testing should be done in reality, and not just the syllabus driven things by ISTQB, but the reality of testing. So please do suggest me the topics what you might be interested in to listen or discuss about, and I'll give you more information regarding the same so that you can have a very, very good understanding of testing altogether. Okay. So yeah, I think that's all what I had from my status update, and we shall be looking forward to see some questions coming up. So Tahir has another one. Says, can you please explain difference between the test concept and master test plan, and test cases and test specification? I know the basic difference, but if you can explain with examples. See, number one, if I talk about the test concept and test plan, it's just exactly the same, okay? But different industry, different processes prefer to call it out with different terminology. For example, if I talk about the automotive industry, okay, they don't have a requirement, right? They have a concept. So their product life cycle. So they don't have SDLC. They call it as product life cycle, PLC. So in PLC, the very first phase, what they have in automotive engineering is a concept. That means they have an idea which they are trying to research and development and do an implementation to see whether it will work or not. So that's innovation, right? So the journey starts with concept, not with the requirement. So they have a concept. From the concept, they do the design, and from design, they do the implementation, and then we do the testing, and then they go with the release. And they do have a maintenance phase also for that existing product in the market. That is all the support required. Similarly, when it comes to our test lifecycle, we do call such things as test concept or test plan. So test concept will be more of high level thing. That means it will just be on a very outlined, summarized way that what exactly your plan is in order to accomplish the goal of testing, but very, very high level, very, very summarized. Whereas if I talk about the document as test plan, it will have more information compared to that of the test concept. So, say for example, if I'm just summarizing that I'm planning to conduct a 3 months testing on this, where anticipated number of test cases to be written is around 200, and the approaches what we'll be using is reactive, risk-based testing, or process compliant, and so on. So I'll just put a one-line strategy there, but not explanation of it. Whereas if I talk about my test plan, it includes the approach, the documentation, the entry criteria, exit criteria, and many other things in detail, which certainly lets you know that how exactly things are going to happen in reality. It will have all the details. So test concept and test plan goes in that fashion. So concept will be more of like summarized, high level, and the test plan will be more of documented, which will be very detailed. And if I talk about the next one, that is the test cases and test specification, it's just the same. There's no difference there, even in terms of defining it or documenting it. It's just that like uh, some people call it out by the process name, some people call it out as an activity name. So for example, if I'm talking about specification in general, then you know very well that specifications are requirements. Now why somebody is calling it as requirements, why somebody is calling it as specification, because there are few names which came from traditional approaches like waterfall, and over a period of time we did not really make sense by saying it as specification, so we said requirements, right? So in that context, same way, the older methodologies used to call it as, hey, this phase is called as test specification. If you break that word, it can be said as where you specify the test cases, right? Simple. Test specification means where you specify test cases. So it's a phase, right? And same way, what is the artifact you're building up? The test case, right? So it's just that the trend is changing over a period of time. So earlier we used to call that phase as test specification. Now we call it as test design, where you write the test cases. So it's just exactly the same. So the only difference, if I really have to do it, as you have asked me, is the process, the activity, and the artifact. Okay, so test specification is the phase where you write test cases. Okay, that's the only difference. I hope that makes sense to you, Tahir. Let me know if you have anything else to talk about. I would be more than happy to talk more about testing. I love talking about testing. Testing is just my kind of like another day, living with the world and sort of thing. So testing is another world for me. And if I get into that, I always feel very happy about sharing as much as I can. So, and please do not forget to drop a thumbs up. It helps YouTube to understand that we are doing a good job for all of you, and they spread the word to the rest of the people who don't know about it. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, because your subscription can certainly help YouTube understand that we have good audience for our channel. So let's look at another one. Ananya says, "Hi sir, I'm a fresher in this QA engineer field. Can you please suggest to me what I could do to enhance my skills and get better here? Here I will learn API, like I can learn API or automation, which one should be more preferable?" So first of all, welcome to the QA engineering domain, Ananya. I'm really happy to see that people are looking forward to QA as a great profession, and that's the reason I'm here. That I should help such people who are new to it. So number one and most important thing is that it should start with manual. Trust me. You should spend your time deep diving into every single activity what you perform, and learn about it. That how things happen in reality. What is the documentation? What is the test case? What is an execution? What is the concept all about testing? So of course that you'll be learning in a long tenure as you continue working. The second important thing would be that you can slowly, gradually extend or expand your wings towards automation, right? Which you certainly have mentioned here, like what should I do? So API is one of the key aspect as well. It's not that like you should not learn API. API is a very small thing. You can learn about what is API. You can take a tool like Postman or SOAP UI and start learning about it, which also includes automation. Automation is a concept, right? It's more about like which all tools do you know when you say you know automation. Okay, so that's the most important thing. Many people say that, what should I do in automation? Then I recommend them, hey, you can learn about Postman from API. You can learn about functional testing using Selenium. You can learn about performance testing using JMeter, right? So these are all automation solutions. It's not that API and automation are two different things, right? You're not going to write APIs. So you will learn a testing tool related to that. So Postman is something which you can get started with. And that's a very simple and easy tutorial to learn about Postman. And you can just learn about what are the different methods, how do you, request an API, how do you get responded from an API, and so on. Second, of course, you can start with automation in parallel. That is Selenium. So why I'm saying Selenium is because most of the companies today are using Selenium commonly, and as they have these tools very widely used, your opportunities to grow further will also be very helpful. Okay, or it will support you even within your organization. If you are working on any project and you showcase that you are an automation test engineer with skills of Selenium, it would be very good options for you to move to the automation side, right? So these are the two things what I would recommend you at this point of time. Of course, once you know one of the tools, the other tools related to that can also be learned easily. For example, later if you want, you can upgrade to SOAP UI, which is for API testing, but a little advanced tool. Same way, if I want to stretch my, expand my wings over automation, I can go to Catalan, I can go to UFT, I can go to, Playwright, Cypress, and whatnot. So it goes totally by the platform and totally by the language what the product is using. So it's not necessary that your company will use it ever, but sometime your company is going to use the same. So according to the need and expectations, you will continue growing over a period of time. But for now, concentrate on Postman and Selenium. That should be doable. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Ananya. And Tahir Mahmood says, great explanation with best examples. Thanks. You're welcome, Tahir. This is what I always look forward to, because when people ask me a question, I just don't want to put a statement and put a period there. Rather, I always look forward to give them the explanation which that they can go ahead and explain somebody else. Okay, so always prefer to give that sort of explanation to anyone. Hey, my friend Dinesh is here. Welcome, Dinesh. Very good evening. System.out.println. Welcome to Great Testing World. Thank you. Thank you so much for that wonderful Java and the output, what you are printing here. Indeed, it is helpful for many people, which I know as many people do come back and share their experiences. And trust me, I'm really, really humbled with amazing set of comments which I get every single day. It's just that like I don't know how exactly to bring it up to people, but trust me, on my dashboard, I keep looking at those comments where people say that amazing video, great explanation, and the effort what you're putting is really we can't just measure it by any means. And I'm really happy that I thought about it, that I should do something for my QA community and I'm able to do it, and people are coming back and telling me that that means I have done something according to the expectation. without knowing the expectation. So I think the way we are trying to do things is just to make sure that any individual, right from dummies to expert. Now, again, dummies is not a bad word here, because many people do prefer to learn things as a dummy because we don't know anything about it, right? So that's a technical word. Let me tell you, you should never, feel, if you really want a very scratch level concept, you should always search with this word. I used to do it. Let me tell you. Okay, when I used to wanted to learn everything right from the scratch, I used to always type like Python for dummies, and I used to get really good tutorials sometime. But then people started using those keywords to get ranking, so the videos were not good. But yeah, that's what I meant saying that right from scratch, the people who are new to the market to the people who are already working in the market with many years of experience, we try to consider every individual, and then we make the video so that it helps anyone to fill the gaps and come to the conclusion that okay, I know what exactly it is. So yes, this is what our objective is, and we'll continue to thrive, achieving more and more such successes. And certainly, people here are really supporting us a lot. And when you come back and drop a comment and say something good about our channel, we really feel highly motivated that we should continue doing a great job for all the people here. At least when people, have that trust on you, or at least they have some belief on you that this guy is there, right? I don't have to worry about anything. Then I shall take that for granted. That, okay, when people have that trust on me and people are waiting for me to talk about it, then let me not compromise it. And this is what I have been doing in all my playlists, where I don't compromise anything on the quality, never expecting anything, because most of the people do only introduction videos. That means very high level videos because they want them, all of you to come to their training session. Yes, that's true, because this is just a promotional thing. If I tell you everything on the internet, you will never come for a training, and how would I do my living? But for me, it's totally different. Training is my job. I am a corporate trainer. I am a consultant. So I have something for my bread and butter, right? And this YouTube is just to share my experience and knowledge with all of you. So I don't really have to worry about if someone comes from here to my training session or courses or not, because I do corporate sessions for the companies. So I get paid from there for my living. But this is an extra thing which I'm doing, making sure that people do not, starve without knowledge, and they should have everything what they need. And at least one way I'm trying to save some of your money as well, because I've got these feedbacks. People have literally said that Neeraj, you saved 20,000 bucks for me, INR. Some people even said you'd saved the thousands of dollars for me, because I would have wasted that in one of the classroom session, which did not make any sense to me. But your videos without training was helpful to pass. So, when I look at these feedbacks and comments and success messages, I really feel highly motivated to continue my good job, could continue my work for all of you, and maintain that energy that I can always come up with something new. And that brings me almost every day here, like every week here, at least once, to make sure that I should give you some time so that you can, get your queries answered. So, yeah, keep maintaining that love and support is all I would say, so that I can always be inspired and motivated throughout my life. Tahir says, can you please make a video, or maybe you already have, where you can explain a scenario and make test plan for that? It could be really helpful for those who are new in field of test management. Totally makes sense, Tahir. I would not say that I have a actual video on this, but yeah, when you go to the test manager syllabus, that's where we discuss. But of course, how can somebody know that it's a part of the test manager syllabus and I should go and check it out there? But yes, a very good suggestion. I think talking about test plan and preparing it, considering the different artifacts and in content should be included there, can be a good video. So I think I can prepare a small playlist about different artifacts, like how to write test cases, how to write test result, how to write defect report, how to prepare test plan, how to write test summary report, and so on. So I can just pick up the set of testing work products and prepare a small playlist of 7 to 10 videos, and that should do all the job. Good suggestion. Thank you so much, Tahir. And I think this is the second important part of our channel, that we consistently keep looking forward to have your recommendation and suggestion in order to help me learn about what you want. Okay. So thank you for contributing there. And Anna says, yeah, sure, sir. It is really helpful for me. So yeah, thank you so much for that. Badrinath says, good explanation. Thank you, thank you. See, this is what it is. It's not that everyone is really here to ask a question, but many people are here at least to listen to the conversation. Indeed, every single live session brings a lot of knowledge for you because there might be only 2 or 3 questions in a minute, but there are 20 to 30 people who will be listening to the answers of that. And trust me, even when you look at the count right now, that how many live users are watching this live session right now, it's six. I think, yeah, it's six right now, but now five. So it's just that like people just walk in, ask their question, get the resolution. But I'm here to make sure that anyone who has a question should come and ask me, and I'm here to answer that. Why? Because there are many people who can't make it to this live session because sometimes they are early morning for them. Sometimes they do have personal commitments, or they may have other commitments over the weekend. So we just can't expect everyone to come here and ask their question. But at least later when they come, when they are available, they do watch this live session, which is recorded as a video. So yes, if you really understand, and on my analytics, I see that after the live session gets over, I get more number of views as a video because people do come back and watch to just grab some good lessons. So I think that's where there are two major objectives of doing this live session. One to answer questions with more explanation here, and second is to help people to just gather some more knowledge and details about this. Okay, and yeah, I think that pretty much covers all the comment on the chat box right now. So waiting for some more. If you got anything, do let me know. And there comes Tahir. Tahir says, when I see defect management lifecycle, I always find different stages on Google. Is there some standard or any company can tailor defect management lifecycle as per their needs? Your answer is in the question itself. It's just that ISTQB or any body cannot drive or cannot even know what your product is. For example, today, I might have worked with 6 to 7 companies as of now, right? I know only 6 to 7 companies and their culture and their product, what exactly things are, what exactly their needs are. But there are so many companies and so many different products in the world today. I cannot make a judgment about it, right? I have no rights, even I don't have the knowledge to talk about their product, talk about their consequences, talk about their problem statement, challenges, or anything else what they might be following. So, similarly, even ISTQB or any other body does not have anything specific to that. Like, hey, what should be your status? Should it be new, open, assigned, closed, or bug, verified, or what? Or you may have something else of your own. It's just that what at an organization level, I might have defined some keywords and I want people to stick to those keywords always. Why? Because you may leave the organization, but when a new person comes, he'll go through the documentation of the project and he would just start following the same and he will continue from there. Right? So in that context, I have complete privileges to decide about my defect report. And as a part of defect report, one of the field is the defect status. So I do have a control of that. Like what exactly I want to have my set of status and my life cycle is completely dependent on me. So it's nothing standard about it. There's nothing standard. It's just that as far as it meets your need, you can have it how you want. Okay. So yeah, the second part, what you just mentioned, is basically the right answer. That is, the company has complete privileges to decide their workflow of the defect lifecycle and the set of status what they need. So that's the reason Google brings a lot of results to you because every organization put across that, hey, as per us, this is what our DTLC is. As per us, this is what our defect lifecycle is. So that's the reason you see a lot of status and different lifecycles. What else? Tell me something or ask me something. Also, suggest me what best can be done. I'm looking forward to arrange some meetups in different cities, and I just don't want to call out like, "Hey, come and meet me," because that probably is, may not invite everyone who might be looking forward to grab some good knowledge, they would say, "Hey, I'm just catching up with this guy." So I don't have that sort of fan following right now. Yeah, a few people like Dinesh and all. Of course, I met him personally. I think that was my first, subscriber meet, I would say. Of course, I've met my subscribers in many sessions in the corporate. They say, "Hey, you're the same guy from TM Square, right? I saw you in your videos. Good to see you in person and all." So I've met subscribers several times, but a subscriber meetup where we just get a casual talk and personal meetup, I think I did only with Dinesh. He was really keen on meeting me, and I could take some time out to meet him in person. And we really had a good time together and good knowledge sharing as well. So I'm planning to, organize good meetup. So I would need suggestions because I just want to say that, hey, I'm in this town, come and meet me. Then people sometimes may not be available to join us, but I would like to also give away like the knowledge, or maybe some kind of seminar or webinar. So I'm just looking for suggestions. If you think there's anything what you can help me with, that, hey, Neeraj, if you are doing a meetup, do it like this, like conduct a webinar, not webinar, sorry, a seminar of 1 hour, and after that a get together. So that would make a lot of sense, and people would also have some good takeaways from that session, just not meeting you alone, but also good knowledge to take away. So I think this is what I'm thinking right now, that I'll call it out as an event where I'll be sharing some experience, and then parallelly we'll also have a get together. So if you think there's anything else which you think it will work out for everyone, or more people would be interested in that, it can be a game, it can be an event, it can be a kind of any kind of organized event, then I'm happy with that. So looking forward to those suggestions. I'll also post that on my community so that I can reach the wider audience to get suggestions from them. And even looking forward to the major cities to make sure that we catch up with all of you, right? So that's coming pretty soon because finally I got some time. My calendar is there, right? So I keep looking at my dates. I really look back 3 to 4 months. It's looking every single thing is striked off. One day I'll, probably when the year ends, I'll show you my calendar here, how it looks like at the end of the year. So yeah, I'm planning because December and January is a free time almost. So we look forward to plan a lot of things for the next year. So that's the reason I'm looking for suggestions. So do let me know. Yes, anyone else have something to ask, something to share, any suggestions, any contribution to make this channel better? I'll be more than happy to talk about it or take those inputs as information which might help you. Thai says again, I have a question related to some confusing terms, difference between test guideline, test policy, test strategy, and test handbook. Again, I must say that these are some of the keywords which are organization defined. And when you refer to multiple sources of information, you get to see a lot of different terminologies with different definitions. Test guideline, see, one way, again, there's nothing specific about it. It's just that some company would have called out their test cases as test guideline or test procedure as test guideline. So it could be that. But again, there's nothing specific about it, like nothing standard that someone should know that what is test guideline. It's not a global standard. But in other way, all I'm trying to say, test guideline could be the test case or test procedure where you read this. Test policy is a standard document. That means it is a document at the organization level which showcases your unique practices of testing. For example, if I'm a product based company, I would always have a test policy in my organization. Why? Because I talk about what are my testing practices, unique exercises, activities, techniques, specialization of testing, and so on. That is what is our asset on testing. Same way, we also recommend that service-based companies should have a test policy because a customer would always prefer to know about what are your specialties in testing at organization level. So I will talk about my team strength. I will talk about my test organization, that how many experienced people are there, what kind of testing we do, what kind of functional and non-functional levels we conduct, how many defects we find, what are our quality proofs, how much we have improved in past, and all that, right? So test policy is at organization level, and exactly the same thing at project level is called as test strategy. The test strategy also have a little difference, that policy will talk about your practices and approaches in terms of achieving quality in the product, or how do you conduct testing, whereas test strategy will talk about how are you going to test the product which you have in the project. Okay, so it will be particular to that project, specifically designed for that. For example, if I'm testing Amazon, then Amazon's test strategy will be how are you going to test Amazon. Okay, whereas test policy will talk about my company, that what TM Square does when it comes to testing. And another test handbook, again, that could be a standard guideline or policy document for the organization. So any new joinee can be given that handbook to refer about our terminologies, standard guidelines, and definitions and so on. So I can create a PDF and call it as test handbook to my test policy itself. So again, as I told you, different company call it with different names. Okay, so it's not exactly the same. They may have their own definitions to it, but yeah, as per me, they go in line with the same thing. Mahesh says, "Hi, bro. I'm from a non IT background and I look forward to switching to testing. I've done a software testing course, that's really good, and I started preparing for ISTQB. Luckily, I found your channel and playlist. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mahesh, for letting us know. And indeed, the reason why I'm smiling is because even I look at myself almost like 14 years ago from now, and this is what I was doing that time, because I come from a mechanical background, 4 years of mechanical engineering, and then 6 months of mechanical experience. And then I thought that's not what I want to do. And I totally transformed from non-IT to IT, in fact, core to IT. So yes, it certainly takes a lot of effort for someone to really migrate. But I just wanted to let you know about this, is that it is possible, and there's nothing big about it, right? It's just that good you are learning about these things, and do not skip anything, I would say. Do not be ignorant on anything, because you're getting into a new platform, getting into a new world altogether. Make sure that you just grab all that knowledge, whatever you can, from anywhere, right? So good that you found my channel. Of course, we do have these live sessions happening every Saturday. Participate here, take away some good knowledge and live experiences, because all these people who are asking these questions are the working professionals, and certainly they do bring real time questions to our conversation here. So you will have a lot of takeaways from our live sessions, which happens every Saturday in the evening. So make sure that you are part of it. And parallelly, I see that you're also preparing for ISTQB. So you know where to, of course, learn about that. If in case you have anything beyond those playlists, you can just drop me a comment on the video, or you can even join our live session to ask your questions. Okay. All the very best for your preparation on ISTQB. Then he says, one question related to test white box. Today, I just question or we have execute some code. Uh, uh, did I miss anything? One question related to test white box today. I just question or we have to execute some code. White box testing as an approach, what I understand better, okay, is a code based execution. That means we don't use user interface, not a UI like a user. We like a developer. I'll go and run the program, feed the inputs, and then look for the desired output. And that what's is called as white box testing. Whereas on the other hand, if I talk about black box, is more of like a user perspective. That means I open an application like a user, feed the inputs on the screen, and then seek the desired output. So that's how the difference between white box and black box goes. So according to your statement, what I understand the best, what you tried mentioning, white box testing is all about executing the the code, and then testing it. Okay, and that's happening on the back end, not on the UI level, user interface level. I hope, Denny, that answers your question. Do let me know if anything else is missing. Ty says, as you told, you are already working on a new ISTQB CTFL playlist. Why are you not extending the existing playlist with some videos on newly added topics? Will make all videos from scratch again? See, again, there are things which change over a period of time, right? So, of course, I know that that would be a very big loss for me because after May 2024, I will have to remove that playlist from my directory to avoid any confusion. And trust me, I'm going to lose millions of views as per a YouTube platform. Okay, maybe the channel will again lose their credibility and many other things. But the reason is, I prepared that playlist probably like 4 years ago. 4 years ago, my examples, my knowledge, my explanation was different than today, what you're talking about, right? So if you are liking me today, that's because I have 14 years of experience. It was not the same when people used to follow me or people used to come and ask me questions, which was 10 years ago. Nobody was bothered. Who am I? What I do? How much do I have? But today, when I have so much of knowledge, people are happy to ask me questions. People are happy to listen to me and get that knowledge from me. So I don't want that to be compromised on the playlist. And people should not feel a difference. Okay, first of all, for example, one video you see in an old pattern and new video, second video 1.2, just because something has changed, I put a new video there. The people will feel that irregularity, right? And that's very distracting, very detaching from the attention of the people. So in that context, we don't want to really make people go through that. And that's the reason I'm preparing the whole brand new playlist, which will help anyone to go in a single pace, in a single constant understanding level. And I can correlate things, right? Correlate things that, okay, I remember what I discussed in the previous video, and I can just talk about continuation of that. So yeah, I'll be building it right from the scratch and with more good examples, more new topics to be discussed and so on. So yes, it will certainly make a lot of help, and I'll be creating a separate playlist itself to address that. What is that? But why you would need to remove the existing playlist? You can retain that as well. It will be helpful anyhow. Is it a requirement from ISTQB to trainer to remove older playlist? No, it's not a requirement. It's just that I don't want people to get confused because whenever they will search, they will always get two playlists, right? So people will always have that unnecessary question being asked that which one should I follow? Because not many people know that what is 3.1, what is 4.0. Let me tell you that because I keep getting those questions, right? So that's the reason I have to hide it. I will not delete it as such, but I may have to hide it. But yeah, over a period of time, it will transform. So I'll again probably put it back. But the problem is if I don't hide it, if you go and search on Google today, just go and search right away ISTQB tutorials, ISTQB foundation tutorials. What do you see as the first suggestion? Because this is the first channel. Go on incognito mode, okay? And you will find this channel and this playlist as the world's best playlist on internet. Now, tomorrow, if I'm making another playlist, the problem is the old playlist will still highlight on Google for a long time until as people start visiting the new playlist. So I'm myself being the content creator is going to redirect people to the wrong information. So until unless I bring it down, Google will never understand that this playlist is no longer required. So that's the point. So I'll hide it probably for 3 months, and people start, you know, navigating to the new playlist and the Google starts recognizing that new playlist, then I'll just put it back just for knowledge purpose that this is an outdated syllabus. But yes, you can claim a lot of knowledge from here, but just don't want to confuse people. Okay. Okay, got it. Hats off to you for such amazing work. I would say that's me. We just have to take care. See, this is what being a creator of content, you have to worry about all the feedbacks, all the recommendations, and all the future scope that what all things can happen just by your single action. Okay, because you are not alone now. You are not doing something for yourself. You are doing it for, say, for example, at least 500,000 people. Yeah, don't go by the number of subscribers. You can always go to my YouTube about section, and you'll find that there are 6 million views. 6 million views means so many people have come to my channel, but it's just that people don't subscribe today. So now I think I should ask people to subscribe my channel and showcase their love, not just the views, because sometimes YouTube does not understand and they don't recommend it any further to anyone. So yeah, that's me. Thank you, Tahir, for your valuable comment. Yeah, Mahesh. Nowadays, I see many companies lay off employee and not hiring much due to the intervention of AI. What's your take on this? Does it affect the career in IT? I don't know why people see. I'll tell you something. Today, internet is very weird. Yeah, I'm talking about people and the content creators. They just say chat GPT, chat GPT, chat GPT, and AI can do this, AI can do that, AI can do this, and all that. But nobody is talking about what AI is actually doing. AI is doing what we know what we have to do. For example, I know I have to prepare a PPT. Then I have to educate my AI what is my PPT all about. Okay? AI will not go and create a PPT for me. And even if you look at that PPT, see, AI can create a PPT for you. Let me tell you that. But for that, you have to give the source. For example, if I'm creating my final year project on industrial management, then I have to tell my AI about what is industrial management. I have to give him that input that hey, I'm talking about IM. Create a passage or 5-page document for me. Now, what AI is going to do? AI has a library in its mind, right, which can be taken from XYZ sources, and it can be reliable, it can be non-reliable. AI's job is only to create a 50-page document for you, gathering information from entire internet and saying that hey, this is your IM project. Can you just go and submit it wherever you want to submit it? Answer is no. Why? Because AI would have just got information from here and there, which may not be even relevant to your topic, what you really wanted to explain. Now, your creativity, your innovation cannot be replaced by AI, right? So, AI is only going to do the things which are well proven. Okay. For example, if I'm cooking and I want a robotic arm to do help in cooking, where I know that I have to put 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of turmeric, and what 2 tablespoon of this and that and these spices, right? That I can ask AI to do because that's fixed. I know in this quantity, this is what I have to put. I cannot tell AI to go and cook a delicious dish for me and serve me. Because AI says, what do you mean by delicious, boss? I'll just cook anything and bring it. So AI is not in that phase at all. People are just promoting it, people are just hyping it, but AI is not stable at all. Indeed, all you can do those silly things related to reels and other things that making videos and all, that's minimizing effort. But talking about IT, talking about testing, we are far, far away. Let me tell you. Okay. But again, I'm not a legendary celebrity like Elon Musk that if I tell AI is dangerous, people will start telling that Elon Musk once said that AI is dangerous. Come on, man. Everyone knows that, right? Every individual working in technology knows that AI is dangerous, right? But we are still talking about it. That's different. But if you deep dive, AI is not eligible right now for the IT, like development and testing. They're only eligible at a very, very narrow AI. Okay, we have basically narrow and super AI. Super AI is going to do what we want, but narrow AI is going to do these small things, cutting your videos into clips, right? Writing a essay on cow, preparing some poetry on a topic. So that is what AI can do right now. That is called as narrow AI. Super AI is what we need in order to work with IT. AI cannot find you bugs. AI cannot test a system. It can help you to minimize your effort to find a locator. Okay. For example, in Selenium, we have a tough time finding the appropriate locator. So AI can help me scan the page, all the properties, and tell me that Neeraj, XPath is going to work for this object, and for this object, ID is going to work. For this object, name is going to work. For this object, CSS selector is going to work, and this is the ID. That is what AI can do maximum in our world of testing. Other than that, AI will not be able to help you. They can classify defects in categories, They can derive equivalence partition test cases, but they cannot tell you what to test, because for that you need user perception. Yes, I know AI is all about replacing human mindset or replacing human mind, or it is one kind of human itself. But that human has to be taught about that, right? That ML model, which basically governs the AI principle, that ML model has to be trained on that. Where is the data for that? Do you know that what is big data? Big data prepares information to train ML model. An ML model is your machine learning model is basically working on the principle of algorithms, which I have to feed him with, which going to drive the AI. So if I don't have data, my AI does not know what exactly we have to do, or ML model does not know what exactly we have to do in that case situation. So I need a lot of information, trust me, thousands or 100,000 people to put their mind into an ML model to tell them that how testing is done or how different products will be tested. And we are now, you can understand why I said we are far, far away from AI getting into technology. Yes, things which are fixed, like I have to click here, I have to click here, I have to do this, and done. That's where AI will be helpful. Fixed. Like I told you the example of cooking, right? I know that in order to make this dish, I put 1 spoon this, 2 spoon that, 3 spoon this, then I can ask AI to do that. Okay, prepare a recipe for it. That's it. But I cannot ask him to cook a new dish. Hey AI, I'm feeling hungry. Hey Siri, I'm feeling hungry. Go and make something for me. Literally, that will prepare something, SOMETHING, and bring it to you. That's AI today. So, my dear friend Mahesh, right now, AI is not going to help you with anything. Indeed, the scope of AI is limited to categorizing things, you know, or kind of like building up some techniques driven thing, but cannot replace the human testers. Ever cannot replace human testers. AI cannot bring you that quality what you need. It will be always human who is going to test, because humans cannot be replaced by machines. Machines are to help humans, not to replace human beings. Okay, and it will never be. Okay, I do understand. In fact, I also agree to that fact that machines are driving us crazy, and sometimes they will lead us. Answer is totally a yes. It will drive us. We'll become slave of machines. In fact, we'll be the slave of technology, but not to that extent that we cannot revert it back. Okay, especially in testing, machines cannot drive us, or tools cannot drive us. Okay, so I hope that gives you the answer what you were interested in. Do let me know if you have anything else. And team, if you are new here, do not forget to drop a thumbs up and do subscribe to the channel. We are looking for your love and support in order to make this channel grow as big as possible and help the biggest QA community ever, and reach out more and more people, because so far we have not got any negative comment on our content and channel. So I think we should have better reach to many other QA across the world and give them all that knowledge what they may need. So your one like and one subscription can help YouTube to extend those recommendations to the rest of the people who don't know about this channel. And trust me, we are just trying to share as much knowledge as possible, and other side we're just trying to save some cost from your pocket to make sure that you get certified, but without investing any money on your training. So yeah, do support and do share. Thank you, Mesh. Good to hear that. We got another 6 minutes more from this session. Do let me know, team, if you got any more questions. I'm happy to answer that. And that's only the objective of being a part of this live session. I'm always happy when I'm continuously talking for 60 minutes and do not stop or take a pause, because 60 minutes is all yours. Okay. And all I have to do is keep answering. Oh, Dinesh says, yes, it's artificial needs a human brain to make it run, even if it can give you the lines of code for certain scenario. It's the human brain that would to make it align at the right place for large app. Yeah, that's true. Exactly. The humans are always going to remain humans. However, you see there are so many things what we are using today, but it still needs that human interface, right? You might be doing so many things, so many applications which you might be using today, but it does not mean that when tools are there, when applications are there, you're not required. Even for automation testing, right? You need people to write the automation script. You need people to review the result. You need people to insert that validation step called as assertion. And of course, you need people to run. So, how can an automation tool replace a human being? Same way, exactly, the AI will go. They will only be there to assist you, support you, minimize your effort on doing something, but not replacing you. Your jobs will not be replaced. Okay, Sorry, sir, doing ISTQB certification makes us stand out being a fresher, or automation skills are more valuable? I would say both of them. Okay, it's not that anyone is significantly different, but yeah, if you still have to ask that question once again, yeah, I understand both are best, but if I have to balance them, which one is having more value compared to the other one? I would prefer automation. Why? Because currently, the organizations will not prefer you just because you have a certification. I think you totally get the point, right? If I go to a company and say that I have 5 ISTQB certifications, they said, "Oh, that's really good to know. That's the reason we called you for interview. Do you know anything about selenium?" I said, "No, I don't know." Then what these 5 certifications will do? Nothing. It will not do automation for you, right? And that's not what the company wants. So company wants you to do the job. But if I have 5 people with same skills, and then I have to shortlist one of them or two of them, then I would create second level of criteria. That okay, all these 5 people are qualified, but I have to hire only two resources. Then which one should I prefer? Then the answer is, hey, these two guys have certification also. So let us prefer the certified people, right? Rather than who are not certified. That's it. So I think you got your answer there. That automation, I would prefer the first priority, but along with that, do take some certifications, which will certainly make your profile stand out in the crowd. But skill and recognition are two different things. Recognitions just help you separate yourself from the other audience, and skill makes you do the job what you're being hired for. Okay, so learn the automation for sure, the first thing, but parallelly keep adding more medals on your chest so that when somebody looks at your profile, they say, "Oh, it's not an ordinary experienced guy, but he has some good recognition as well." Dinesh says, like we use automation tools, but everything can't be automated. Exactly, that's true. We still have a lot of demerits of automation or limitation of automation, and we don't have the reach to that level. Sorry says, thank you so much, sir. You're welcome. That's what we are here for. Good team. You got another kind of 2 minutes. Should be happy to answer anything if you have something to ask. And anything else? Yeah, I live my life, enjoy my life. So I would prefer that. If you would like to be a part of that journey, please, please, please do enjoy how to have work life balance, because I do enjoy my life parallelly. So I would insist people, if they are interested to know more about my personal side of life and how exactly I maintain my, you know, this cool and patience and re-energizing myself. I always take some time out for myself and go out on different exploration journeys, and all that journey is right here on this channel, and you can look forward to explore more about it. So when I travel, when I sometimes go and explore places, I do make some vlogs and share on this channel. Indeed, on the request of many of our viewers here, many people said that you keep traveling to so many countries and so many places. Why don't you share some of your experience with us? We would like to explore some of these journeys of yours, and would like to see how exactly things are happening on the other side of this technical Neeraj, right? So I started this channel, and I would look forward to have your support on that. So do look forward to enjoy, because sometimes it used to help me when I was very stressed out at work, like highly occupied and totally stressed out. I used to just go and randomly watch some vlog and watch those cinematic views or places being explored and all that. And that used to totally bust my stress and bring me back to a restart and says, now I'm for feeling, relaxed and I can go and do my work. So it sometimes does help, but I would indeed say that take time for yourself, because it's not just watching a video would help you every time. Sometimes relaxing yourself and your body and your mind is equally important. So take that extra step of maintaining your work life balance. We never expect anyone here to only do the work but not enjoy their life. So I do it, and that's the reason I started this channel, especially to make sure that people do get inspired by that, and at least they take their own passion. It's not just about like traveling, it's about whatever your passion is. If you love drawing, then go and draw something for at least 1 hour, and then you'll feel relaxed. If you love singing, you love composing music, whatever your hobby would be, that is the other part of your life, not just work. So, work life balance means that work is for your bread and butter, and life is what you really want to live your life as, right? What you love doing in your free time or when you are stressed out. So, please think about that, because job will always be there, not this one, then something else, but it will keep rotating and you will be keep growing yourself. But at some point of time, you will see when you look back after 10 years, you would say, I got a good position, I got a lot of money, and I'm doing a really reputed job. But what about my life for the last 10 years? Have I really enjoyed myself? And when was the last time I went out for a vacation, went out for a exploration, or maybe for a journey? When did I paint last? So all these questions will haunt you, that you have achieved good position in your job, but you forgot your life, and that will not come back. So parallelly keep enjoying your life, team, because that gives you a lot of energy to build up your work better. Because when you're relaxed, you will do better work. Trust me. But when you're stressed, you'll spoil what you're doing. Okay, with that lovely note, we'll close our day. So we have already hit the hour for our live session. So thank you so much, every individual here, for being an active participant of our live session. Because without you, this live session will not be complete and will not be successful at all. So once again, thank you all for being here and asking your questions and dropping your comments. We certainly look forward to such great live sessions coming up every week. So please be available and be a participant of that as well. And do ask and share your experience, or at least join to gain as much knowledge as possible. Right? So as usual, that's all from this particular live session, team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'm always there to address your queries and answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for being a part of this live session, team, and happy learning. Take care. See you next weekend, Saturday, again, same time. Till then, take care. Bye bye.